Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to find out why everyone is singing Wrapped, Spotify Wrapped, my minutes, my what. It's just been too much around here. I don't know about you, but every WhatsApp status that I open, every story, every what has Spotify Wrapped, has minutes, has best artist, best what. And I think Spotify Wrapped as a campaign has been one of the most successful marketing campaigns ever. Because imagine all those users and subscribers sharing and resharing their minutes, their data, their information, and most of them flexing over more minutes and more. It's just been a lot of crazy stuff going on. So I am an Apple Music user. Considering moving, please Apple Music, bring Apple Music Wrapped or else we move, because how are we missing out on all this? So I'm an Apple Music user, and this sort of created a lot of curiosity in my mind to find out, why is Spotify Wrapped the way it is? Why is it the most successful campaign? Why is it that everyone is looking forward to all this at this time of the year, and they are looking forward to seeing how their year went, and what song they were listening to when they had a heartbreak, or what song they were listening to when they were doing exams, or what song they were listening to while chasing a certain deal, or playing a certain game, or running like a marathon. Why is it engineered in such a way? Is it a mistake? Is it something that Spotify has engineered that way and has continuously improved? Let's find out. So, Spotify Wrapped, in its nature, for those that may not know, is a campaign by Spotify, and Spotify is a music streaming app like Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Tencent Music, and Spotify is arguably the biggest. Okay, not arguably, because the statistics show that Spotify, Yongayo is the biggest. So I did my due diligence and found these three key psychological principles that make Spotify Wrapped what it is and how we experience it. So number one is the data. So these guys, have you ever wondered why they do not give you like your weekly recap, and then your monthly recap, your quarterly recap, and then the annual recap? They just wait to give you the most, like, at the end of the year, because they are trying to trigger that curiosity with the data. Because every time you're thinking what's going to happen, and they will be sending you those notifications of maybe did you know that you've listened to 5,000? And there's even a time they had a campaign where you were required to guess what your most listened to song or podcast was, all to create the curiosity. Because imagine you guess and you're not sure if you've guessed right or wrong, so it points you to the ultimate prize, if I should call it. And so the weighting is formatted in such a way that they play with your mind. Imagine, so you know, like how Instagram will give you a notification of someone has mentioned you in their story. If they mention directly that Joel mentioned you in their story, you'd be like, Joel, no, I don't care, or I care, or I'll find it. But if they say someone, you're curious, you're wondering, who is this someone that's mentioning me in their story? Why? What is the story about? So they create that curiosity so that you can go up and actually open that app. And for them, as soon as you open, they're in business. So the curiosity that they trigger with the data and the way they are able to manipulate it. And on this same thing, you remember YouTube Rewind? That is no longer the in thing, simply because they did not innovate beyond this stage one. So this is why I'm taking it to stage two. And at stage two is where they bring in storytelling. So when they tell you that you listen to, for example, 43,000 minutes. That is an insane 30 days of the year. 1, 2, 3, 30 days. So if they just tell you that you listen to, for example, 43,000 minutes, in your mind you haven't processed, unless you're a very curious one who will go ahead to do the math, like one of my friends who have just seen that they listen to 43,000 minutes and they actually think their whole life is soundtracked, and you know yourself. So you have spent 30 days listening to music out of the 365 days in a year, and they go ahead to tell you the story that after having spent these 30 days listening to music, you are now in 0.02% of, for example, Taylor Swift fans. And guys are always like, yeah, I'm there. I'm in the top 1% of the fans. And that gives them that experience. It's satisfying in a way. And then when they, for example, show you the genres and give you the genre sandwich, instead of just saying your favorite genre is R&B, so they just go ahead and give you the genre sandwich to sort of give you that extra feeling of feeling special. And for example, also when they go ahead and show you that now for you always listen more to what algorithm recommends, so you're robotic, or you always listen to that quote unquote evil and hard music, you're a vampire. Like, they play with that feeling that you get when you get this feedback. And all in line with this, they keep maintaining the same anticipation that they have built from the data now onto the next step, which is storytelling. And when they do that, they keep holding you and you keep looking forward. And on this same thing, the anticipation is also built with how they introduce new things. Imagine now in 2017 they introduced artist rap to just sort of fill in the artist and make them feel like you've been listening to more or less than last year, or this has happened and this has happened. And remember, all this and this excitement about minutes and what is all benefiting the app, because like when in 2020 when they first introducing the quizzes and guessing that we just talked about, there were 21% new downloads. Imagine 21% growth in just between when they introduced the Raptor and the month of December. 21% growth. Imagine these people are downloading the app and subscribing, some are paying, others are just listening to music. The experience of the app is growing by this much because of just one campaign. Going back to the main campaign. So even when they release the personalized messages from artists and things, like all of those things feed the anticipation, and this creates the sustainability. Now, all these work hand in hand to feed this. Because after someone has seen their data, they are curious, now they find the data, they now know, they are flexing, and then they're like, yeah, I made it into Burna Boy's top 0.01%, or Coldplay 0.04%. You know yourself, the Coldplay diehard who inspired this video, the Weekend 0.06, like all that serves, like all this, the data and the storytelling gets you here, and when people get here, they now want to share and show the world. And this is usually the spotlight effect according to psychology, where people want to now show, like, I'm special, I am superior than others, I listen to more minutes, I listen to the coolest or the fanciest artists. Now all that comes in here where people start to share. And one of the major reasons why people are comfortable sharing is because this information is highly personalized. You always know, like, in my songs, these might be the topmost. So when that data comes and selection is raised, and you actually find that that song is the topmost, you want to share. You really want to share. And when people share, there is a fear of missing out for Apple diehards like us who are still stuck in the ecosystem. I hope we'll get to see the light soon. But it's sort of everything that we are talking about, you can see that is leading now to more downloads and more listening time for Spotify, because now people begin to compete to be in these percentages. People begin to compete to have more time with different artists, and part of what Spotify has done is that they have made the shareable material with in like an Instagram story format where it's easy to screenshot, and with a call to action button right down there where you can just share. So imagine making it so easy after using all this data and creating all this anticipation, and now they make it very easy and very natural for you to share. It feeds your that feeling that wants to actually flex for you, and it feeds the Spotify business model. So it's a win-win situation, and all of you guys are happy. This is why I think this is one of the most successful campaigns. And yeah, as we go back to Spotify Watch to see what you did and what we did and what we missed out, pray for us, the Apple guys, to actually make the move. It's a hard decision. And enjoy your Spotify Wrapped, and feel free to comment in the comments how many minutes you listen to, and let's see who the best is in terms of spending more time and good music and everything around that. You can also feel free to share your playlists in the comment section so that the whole community can benefit. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope this was helpful in shedding more light about the campaign Spotify Wrapped. Subscribe, comment, like. This helps the channel and it helps both of us grow. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.